Change of scenery. This is beautiful downtown San Diego, right next to the strip club. When it comes to Comic Con, there are a couple ways of doing it. One is to bring a lot of people and cover everything, which we were unable to do for various reasons, including the police and like restraining orders. I don't know what that's about. I do know what that's about. The second way is for you to plant yourself in Hall H the entire time and just never leave. You develop butt sores, body odor, other disgusting things of that nature, which I'm not really into butt sores. So I slipped away from Hall H and went with option 3, which is that I find some poor unlucky guy who owes me money and I make him sit in Hall H where he is right now. Taking care of a few things for me, getting ready. He's excited for the 9 panel, or 9 as it is. So I snuck out onto the Comic-Con floor, and I'll be uploading a bunch of pictures later of toys and sort of cool things. But I checked in with some friends of the site. Tom Jane, the actor who is currently in Hung on HBO. He's got Give 'Em Hell Alone, which is supposed to be screening tomorrow, which is Saturday at 10 p.m., which I'm looking forward to. And he was in the Mutant Chronicles, which screened here last year. Tim Bradstreet was there, world famous artist who's probably most well known for his realistic renditions of the Punisher for the Marvel Max line. I think he did 50 issues and 50 covers. He also drew some G.I. Joe covers, Cobra Commander, which is amazing. I might actually go buy that print. And Todd Farmer was there, who is the writer of Jason X and more recently My Bloody Valentine 3D, which was awesome. So I stopped by them. They're in the Raw Media booth, which is around the 5300s, I believe, if you're here and you want to go check out with them. They're very friendly. They'll talk to you. They'll shake your hand. Then they'll use a lot of Purell to get your stink off of them. I'm kidding. But you can buy prints, get things signed. One thing I want to show you guys if you're here is this is the Bad Planet special edition black and white graphic novel. So it's pretty amazing if you haven't read it. I've read most of it already. It's in regular comic book form. They were kind enough to sign it for me, so I want you guys to see this. They're $30. It's worth every penny. It's an interesting read, relevant because it was written by Tom Jane with the help of Steve Niles, and Tim Bradstreet worked on it as well with art. So that's amazing. So you should go pick that up. You can also pick up Alien Pig Farm 3000, which was written with Todd Farmer, which is a fun little redneck sci-fi adventure. But speaking to those guys, Todd Farmer he's working on a couple of things. He's finished some projects for different studios like Dark Castle, and now it's up to them if they're going to move forward with filming that. He also just finished a spec script, which sounds amazing. He described it as a road trip with an old man and a hot young blonde, which I immediately signed up for. Tim Bradstreet has read it and said it was amazing, and we can trust him. What you're probably more curious about is Tom Jane and what he's up to. We talked, and he's got Hung going. Well, he just finished working on that. And the good news from that is it's being very well received, which means that he's been getting a lot more offers. He's actually turned down a bunch of things lately. So if you're a Tom Jane fan like we are, then good news, because Tom Jane's probably going to be in a lot of stuff coming up soon. Now, this is unofficial. I overheard this. I don't think they knew I was there yet. I was sort of in the background. So we're going to talk about this as if it's not happening and we don't know anything about it, or who said what. But apparently, I've heard from someone who's not anyone that Criminal Macabre, the Steve Niles book, may be turned into a movie, and it may have Tom Jane starring in it. Now, I think this news has circulated before, but it seems to me from these mysterious sources that this is going to move ahead and that they are interested in Tom Jane for the lead, which would make sense as the character in the books, it's based off Tom Jane. It's written for Tom Jane. The cover art is Tom Jane. So that movie without him actually wouldn't make sense. So if anyone involved with this project is listening, Tom Jane, do it. Further with Tom, yeah, he's just got a lot of stuff coming up, and that's going to be good for everyone. So the Raw Media booth is here at Comic Con. They'll be here all weekend, so you guys should go check them out. There's the cleaning lady in the background. So hopefully my room's been swept. So I'm sort of losing you now. Let's get back together. I had something important to tell you, but I can't remember. Oh, that's it. It's funny because Jonah Hex, the panel had just left out, and you may remember Tom Jane. I'd done a makeup test for Jonah Hex, and it looked amazing. And we talked briefly about that. You know, he put his best foot forward, he said, and he tried, and he wanted the role, and it didn't work out, but he's, you know, it's how Hollywood is, and he thinks Josh Brolin's a fairly good actor, you know. So he's got no ill will towards the project or Josh Brolin, and we're going to watch this go forward. So you'll probably see some Jonah Hex footage come out. It's going to be a good Western. But yeah, anyway, if you're upset Tom Jane wasn't cast in Jonah Hex, don't worry. He's going to be back in a big way pretty soon. Hopefully I'll have a review of Give Him Home Alone for you pretty soon. I think that's going to do it. It's time to play with some toys. And by that I mean do more work. Have a good one.